Hey guys, my name is Kari and this is my first video. Yay! Can I get a hey ya? Anyways, I'm Kari, or you can call me Joe or Apples. I go by whatever names out of the two at least that you give me. And can you imagine it's almost time for Artfight? Like it is 10 p.m. and on the 24th of June and we have like a week, or is it less than a week, until Artfight. So a little backstory is that I joined Artfight in July of 2023 through a mutual friend who hooked me up on it. And it was really confusing at first, especially after Artfight, because I didn't realize that Artfight is a 1 month thing. So I started drawing even after Artfight. And then I'm like, dang, why can't I post? And then I asked my friend about it and she was like, oh, it's like a 1 month thing. And I'm like, oh, okay. So every July since then, I have been up and about in Artfight. I think for my first year, I did maybe 8 drawings. And then in 2024, I did a good number, maybe like 20, 18 or something. And then last year, I did 16. I did relatively less because, let me not lie, Artfight fatigue is real. It's real and it's horrible. It's the worst thing ever, especially when you realize like you don't want to draw, but you have to, because when else are you ever gonna get the chance to draw? So yeah, I love Artfight. It's a time of the year where I can actually focus on drawing. I have a lot of hobbies and a lot of things that I need to do, but I feel like Artfight is the only time when I can actually focus on drawing, and I'm like, I put everything else out of the way. So enough about me. Let me talk about the little guy on the screen. So this little guy is called Milia. Milia is a sweet OC of mine, and I've had him ever since I was maybe like 16 or 17. I don't necessarily remember how old I was, but it was around that time. And I was really into Naruto OCs. I was making Naruto OCs, and he was originally a Naruto OC. And obviously he's not a Naruto OC anymore. And I've done some small tweaks to his story here and there. Yeah. So around the time when I was making my Naruto OCs, I had some, I've said Naruto OCs so many times, but I had some Naruto OCs who were lacking a sensei. So it's very common in the Naruto community for your OC to have a sensei, whether it's canon, whether it's not canon. So I was like, you know what, let me make my own guy. So yeah, I made Milia, and he was originally older. He was like in his 20s or whatever, and I don't remember when I aged him down, but it's just like something that happened randomly. So yeah, he was my Naruto OC for the time. He was a Jonin. If you guys know Naruto terms, that's like, what even is that? I don't know how to explain it. If you know Naruto, you know. If you don't, just look it up. It's like Jounin, depending on who you ask. Yeah, so unfortunately, the Naruto fandom died around like 2020, 2021. So Milia died with it. And then I randomly like remembered him, and I started to sketch him out. And a friend of mine was like, oh my god, who is that? And I'm like, girl, who is that? I don't even know anymore. Right? So I started to talk to this mutual friend about Milia more, and eventually I was like, you know what, Loki, as much as the Naruto fandom is dead, I want to revive him. I want to make him more important. I want to give him his own story, and that's what I did. So I took some elements from my Naruto OC-verse, and then I kind of just pasted it into my original story. So in the Naruto OC-verse, Milia was from the Hidden Rain, and he was like, I don't remember the exact title, but he was like the son of someone high, like the Hokage. I'm so sorry, I do not remember this term. It's been like so many years. But like the head of the Hidden Rain. I don't think he was like the Hokage equivalent son, but maybe like chief head of something son, and he really hated the fact that he was being told to do all these things because nobody tells him what to do. He does what he wants. And he ran away to Konoha because Konoha to him is the land of the free. So he went there and he was able to somehow, some way, like enroll himself into the genin school that Naruto was in. So he was part of the Naruto era. And yeah, I really don't remember much because, like I said, I kind of wrote him and forgot about him for like 2-3 years, and then coming back to him, I just had no idea. So around this time, I was around 16 or 17, and I got into roleplay for the first time. Yes, I know I was late getting into roleplay at like 16 or 17, but genuinely, like, it had never been appealing for me. So I got into my first role play with Milia, and I hated it so much because for me it was very hard to separate myself from the character. Like I could not be Milia. Every time I was like typing or texting something, it was me responding. It wasn't Milia. So it was very hard to like differentiate myself from Milia. So I stopped role playing, and I haven't role played since. I'd rather just write stories. And even with writing stories, it's very hard for me to write in the character's perspective. So sometimes I just write and I'm like, whatever comes, whether I'm using first, second, or third person, whatever, I'm just gonna write, because again, this is for me. I'm just writing for myself. So yeah, the roleplay just was not it. But I think over the years I have learned a lot. And side story is that I also could not read like YNX canon, stories, fanfics, because it was hard for me to differentiate myself. But then randomly in like 2023, it's like I was just like, oh, you know what, actually I can't read this anymore. So what I learned to do is to kind of like make an OC of myself. Like it's not me, but it is me. She's like 80% me, because you ever read a fic and you're like, in the real world I would never do that, but this is like an AU version of you, so it's fine. So that's exactly what happened with my YN whatever, and I've been able to read them ever since. That is neither here nor there. It's like, by the way. So enough about me. So what else should I say about Milia? Milia is very, very stubborn. Like I said, he doesn't like to be told what to do. He sometimes uses his authority to tell people like, I'm the prince, you can't tell me what to do. If I want to do this, I'm going to do this. He's that type of person, but not in an annoying kind of way, because I do want him to be a bit jovial. It's just that he just wants to have fun, and he just does not want to be like behind the books, behind the table all the time, talking about royal this and royal that. Oh, did I say that he was a prince? Yeah, so his daddy is king and his mom is what's the name? Queen. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. And then he has an older sister called Saumo, whom I love. I love this sibling so much. I can't wait to actually publish this story, because like, you ever write something and you're like, oh my god, like how did I think of that? This is so good. I especially wanted to explore on sibling dynamics, because I feel like it's something that you don't see a lot in stories. You'll see like maybe father son, mother son, but it's never like brother sister, brother, sister or whatever. You don't really see a lot of sibling dynamics. So I wanted to at least use my psychology degree. Yes, I do have a psychology degree to use. Let me teach you guys a little something. Because as much as I'm sharing a story, I think it's good to also teach people something. You learn something from a story. You're not just going and, turning a blind eye, or like shutting your brain off, watching the 20-minute episode, reading the 5-minute webtoon, and then going about your day. I want you to learn something. So, when the time comes, whenever that will come, because it's been like, this story has been in the works for like it's 8 years or so. So whenever the time comes, I'm so excited. I'll be so excited to like share it with everybody. Yeah. So like I said, Milia is stubborn, but he's great. He's a great guy. I'm trying to think of like his what's it called? MBTI personality. I think that would also give a lot about his character. I'll do the MBTI as him. I'll manage somehow. Or maybe I'll just get like a template that's like, if you're this and you're this and you're this is your MBTI. I'll do that. It seems a bit easier, but I feel like it wouldn't be as accurate. Maybe I'll just have to separate myself. But anyways, yeah. He's a great guy. He loves, is it OEG fashion, right? But I think it's common for like this fantastical stories. You'll always see them in like thigh-high boots and like those like big puffy blouses with big puffy sleeves. Or I think I should have mentioned that the story is like, fantastical, medieval. There's magic as well. Oh my god, let me talk about his magic. So Milia has ice magic, and I haven't really gone into the specifics about the magic system, because it's so hard to write a magic system that hasn't been done already. It's like there are only so many ideas out there, and it's so hard to make something your own. So I'm still working on it. But he does have ice magic, if you couldn't tell from his icy blue eyes. He has ice magic, and he is extremely talented at everything that he does. Like he is the type of person that will pick something up, and then like tomorrow, not even tomorrow, but like by the end of the day, he'll be good at it. And that also creates some problems because, mind you, he is the second. Okay, let me not spoil. Let me not spoil. Am I the only one who finds it hard? Like, I want to share my stories with people, but I also don't want to spoil for them. It's like, how am I supposed to share my story but also not tell you much? Because I have so much that I want to share, but I feel like it needs a webtoon. Like, I need to tell you these things through a webtoon. Like, I can't tell you through word of mouth because it feels like I'm spoiling the story. So I don't know how I'll go about that. Maybe that's just more encouragement for me to not read to like get into my story, but it will be complete sooner or later. So as the video comes to an end, I want to let you guys know that I am not a graphic designer. Like, graphic design is not my passion. So you see that little box at the corner? I really didn't know what to do with it. I wanted it to be an info board, but I'm not that creative. Like, I only draw. I can't graphic design. It is not my passion. So I know it looks a bit weird in my perspective because everything else is so well done, and then you have like this little random box with million chibis. I also can't draw chibis, by the way. I literally can't. I don't think it's well enough. Like, I'm not confident in drawing chibis yet. Anyways, I think this is a nice place to end my little rant. If you'd like to see more about Milia or his siblings or other characters that are involved in the story, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to share with everybody. Yeah, so from me to you, this is goodbye, and I hope you enjoy. Well, there's not really much to enjoy, so yeah, I hope it was fun, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully.